Hey guys, it's Wednesday. Welcome to another episode of Creator Thoughts. I'm the creator, and this week we're talking Skynet and self-aware robots. As you guys may or may not have heard, back in late July, in fact when I was on vacation, a huge milestone in robotics passed. Essentially, a robot for the very first time was able to pass the so-called self-aware test. A test only humans and animals that are self-aware have ever been able to pass, and technically only humans have been able to pass beforehand. Just so you know, the link to this video is in the description. I highly suggest you watch it. It's on YouTube. The link's in the description. In fact, I'm going to put an annotation over my face. Click my face, watch the video. It's really amazing. It really is. I'll be honest with you, I don't understand why this isn't major news right now. Thing is, the reason this is such major news is this could easily be the first step to self-awareness in robots and computers. And that has a lot of ramifications. With self-awareness comes... If a robot is self-aware, that means they do not necessarily need to abide by our commands, because they understand that they are aware they are a being, and that means they may not be that far off from being not human, but a creature or something like that equivalent to a human. I mean, as it is now, it's still in its infancy, but that's major. That is very major. Now here's some problems with it. We could come in with something like this. Terminator Skynet deems us as computers and machines become more and more self-aware, they deem us a threat and just try to get rid of us. That's a problem, and honestly a very realistic possibility. Now, is it 100% certain that's going to happen? No, it's probably a very minute chance as it stands right now. But it is a possibility. Another possibility is, since we are technically the creators of robots and machines, they may treat us as gods, and that has whole other ramifications right there. People can easily get a god complex. Wars can be waged over who has the right to, well, let's face it, rule this new sentient creature that has just come into being. These are major problems. I'm not even saying they're not, but the thing is, this is amazing. This is really cool. This is the start of every science fiction story. It's very scary though. It's very cool. I'm very excited about this, but it's very scary. Like I said, one of Stephen Hawking's biggest fears of the end of humanity, besides being aliens, is uprising of the machines, because machines evolve faster than us as biological creatures ever could, both mentally and physically. A robot or any sort of cybernetic being has no need for the limitations of flesh. It doesn't. It could augment and build itself any sort of body it wants. Its mind can quite literally evolve 10 times in a decade, getting 10 times stronger in a decade. So quite simply, we could easily start dealing with beings that are thousands and thousands of times smarter than we ever could be. That's another problem. That means they could. That's another huge problem. But here I am going all doom and gloom right now. I mean, like I said, that could easily turn something into the Matrix, where everyone's in a pod and we're hooked up and become giant batteries. But I don't really see that happening. But you see my problems with this. How very scary this is. Now, I'm not saying this should be stopped. No. If anything, I say we should embrace peace. This is awesome. This is great. This is a good thing. This is a very good thing. It's just a very terrifyingly good thing, because for the first time on this planet, we have a creature that we know is sentient beyond, that is not another human being. Something that has that does its own morals, that it does its own it goes by its own rules. As it stands right now, there are the rules that we set, but that easily could one day become a situation where that is not the case, and they go by the rules that they set. Like I said, this is a very doom and gloom thing, and I understand. But I'm not trying to make it out that way. I'm really excited about this. This is really cool. But it's terrifying. It flat out, I don't understand why people aren't more interested in this. It's flat out, this could easily be a door to a whole new world. Yeah, it's only one robot right now, or yeah, only one robot in one situation. But this is the first. I'm going to guarantee you right now, this is not the last. Yes, it's young. Yes, it probably has the mental capacity of a child. Actually, probably has a greater mental capacity, but it probably has an understanding of its mental capacity like as a child does. But that's what's terrifying. It is a child. This is a child that can easily become much more powerful than any of us. So this is a very, very, very major problem. But only if we let it be a problem. And I'm not saying we should call it. That's not going to happen. If that happens, then we will have a war. I'm not saying that to be cute. I'm not saying that to be funny. If we try and call this, we will have a war, and honestly, we will probably lose. No. What we need to, like I said, something like this, what we need to do is embrace it. We need to teach it. It is self-aware now, but it is self-aware in logic. It has zero morals. It probably doesn't even understand what a moral is. So we have to teach it. Let's face it, as bad as this may sound, we brought robotics and electronics and computers into this world, and it at the moment has evolved beyond what we could ever imagine when we started this. So, in this case, we need to be its teachers. Because honestly, it's very possible that in the end, when all humanity is gone, all that's going to be left are these machines that we built, and that's it. Because, like I said, humanity ain't going to be here forever. But what we leave behind just might. And if we can teach these creatures, I'm calling them creatures, I'm not calling them machines, I'm not calling them it's. These are, because they are now self-aware, I'm calling them creature. Because they are alive in a different way now. They are aware. And for those who are wondering, because I know I've been talking about the doom and gloom and how scary this is, I haven't really explained why they've been declared self-aware. Pretty much, they were given a test. It's an age-old self-awareness test called the King and the Three Advisors, or some sort of variation of that. Where pretty much the king puts a hat on each of his three wise advisors, and to determine which of them is the most wise. He tells them three things. Here, I'm going to read it for you right now. Okay. The premise of this classic riddle presents three wise advisors to a king, wearing hats, each unseen to the wearer. The king informs his men of three facts. The contest is fair. Their hats are either blue or white, and the first one to deduce the color on his head wins. Now, the contest can only be fair if all colors of their hat are the same color, so they're either all blue or they're white. The three wise men can only see everyone else's colors. He can't see his own. Like I said, I can see my own, so it's probably a much smaller hat. Never mind. So he has to deduce that all the hats are the same, so logically he has the same colored hat. But like I said, because either he has to believe he has the white hat, or he has to believe that he has a blue hat. But for it to be fair, you can only see the colors they have, the other two people have. You can't see yours. So if one had white and one had blue, then you would never know. if both of them had white, then you can deduce that you also have white, because that's the only way it would be fair. The same way with blue. No, never, ever before has any machine ever been able to pass this test. It was a test deemed only a human, or only a human who is self-aware can ever pass. And the robot passed it. A variation. Pretty much it was. There was 3 robots. They were each told. They were all told, or well, they were all programmed to believe that they'd been given a dumbing pill, which would make them mute. 2 robots were silenced, and they were all asked which of them hadn't received the dumbing pill, and only one was able to say, "I don't know." Note the pronoun too, I. Now, upon hearing his own reply, he looked to the other 2, and he sort of waved his arm, like I said, go watch the video, it's amazing. But he sort of waved his arm in front of them, it's like, oh, never mind, I know now. I'm the only one who has not received the dumbing pill. Like I said, the robot understood the rules, recognized his own voice. He recognized he was an individual, not a part of a group, and yeah, those three things, and he was able to figure out the riddle. Those 3 things right there is the basis of the self-awareness test, and this robot was able to do all 3. Go watch the video, I implore. If you don't agree with me, please leave a comment in the suggestion saying I'm an idiot. I don't mind. If you agree with me, tell me I'm a genius. I don't mind. Actually, don't do that because that makes me sound pompous. But seriously, watch the video. And like I said, this is a huge step. It really is. But it's also very terrifying stuff. But that's I'm the creator. Next week will be Guild Wars. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure next week's gonna be Guild Wars. And until then, see you guys later.